Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Push to Talk. We've got Mifune here with us today, all chipper and excited. And Dawn's in from you still in Vegas, Dawn? Is that where you are?
Yes.
All righty. And McLeod will be here shortly. We don't know what he's doing. He's probably, I don't know, shaving. I don't know what he does. So
He doesn't shave.
I don't know. I'm gonna share my 80. I'm gonna share my 81 months.
Horrendous.
There goes Horrendous.
A wild horrendous. I love when we have a wild horrendous appear.
How's it going?
Hey, Ernest. We didn't ping out because, hey,
it's not time yet.
We don't have anybody to ping us.
Still don't.
And the pinger thingy, it doesn't work. So.
Okay.
So, hey.
Hey.
So.
Don't look at me. I can't do it.
I know you can't do it. I reached out to Apple Pear, my favorite fruit.
You can ping somebody, Horrendous.
Who cares?
No, I can't.
Not that important. We're here. The little station will do its little station thing for our subscribers, and we'll be fine. Sure. We have 4 people watching the show right now.
That's because you haven't pinged.
We haven't pinged it, and we're a little bit early, too.
Yep.
Okay. But we said, hey, we'll go early because there's no pinger.
Okay.
See, there's little streamer elements shooting it out.
Mm-hmm.
That should automatically, when we go live, it should just automatically go. Goonie people.
Yeah, no, Dawn. I can't ping anybody.
So we do have an update. Dawn did not drink excessively over the top last night, so she's.
What is wrong with you?
She's here.
I'm going on a cruise this next week, and I'm getting a bunch of booze then.
Oh, so you're intentionally dropping your tolerance so you can enjoy things cheaper.
Yes, because it's like $17 a drink here in Planet Hollywood.
I'm just gonna say that I would be conditioning for the cruise. I mean, it's any good athlete knows you have to work those things.
She is conditioning for the cruise.
It's inverse.
She wants to get absolutely plastered without spending a lot of money.
How much are drinks on the cruise? 17 at Planet Hollywood.
I have the drink package, so all my drinks will be free or already included.
How much did you pay for that? So your point in conditioning and lowering your tolerance is like dumb.
No. Well, if I don't lower my tolerance, I don't get drunk. So I have to take a break or light. But yeah, basically, on the cruise, you get one package included, when you book, and it could be internet minutes, it could be upgraded dining for one night, or specialty dining, a drink package, or excursion credit to spend on excursions. I'm like, give me the drink package, please. Thank you.
You didn't want to dine at Captain Stubing's table then, huh? No upgrade.
Oh, we're still going to do that, but it's only $25 typically. So the best deal is getting the drink package, which is usually $100.
So you will be hanging out with Captain Stubing.
Dawn's gonna be making time with Gopher.
I've never been on a cruise, so I really don't know how it works. But all the videos I see, it's just kind of like going to the dining room in college, right? What's wrong with the audio? What's wrong with the audio, dude?
It's because Horrendous keeps keying up and breathing. Wait, I like that.
I don't know.
So,
Mungly, what is up with your audio? What's wrong with it? Because you got to know. I mean, we're supposed to have an audio problem. I mean, I can force an audio problem if you like to.
Oh, please don't. So,
is it looping? What's looping?
I can't hear anything Sothrasil says.
I can't hear anything Sothrasil says either.
It's because Horrendous keeps keying up to breathe.
Arthur Rendon, yes, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. So yeah, so like, help me here, Dawn. Like, I just think it's like going through like the college, cafeteria line. What's it really like?
Well, I mean, if you go to the buffet,
yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like college because the food's better, but You know, there's the big buffets. They usually have a theme every day. So like they may have they always have like staples of here's the burgers and stuff if you want to eat that, pizza. Then they'll be like, here's the Italian buffet one day and maybe the French buffet the next day. And they usually switch it up. The dining room has a usually like the actual dining room areas are sit down restaurants. You have a waiter that serves you every night. So you get to know your staff. They get to know what you like and they learn really quickly. If you ask for a diet, like I like no ice in my drinks. So the first night, if you get it, like I'll say Diet Coke, no ice, not another single one of them will come with ice unless I ask for it. Like they work really hard to like learn what you like and how you like it.
Do you like tip them right there, or is it at the end of the cruise? How's that all work?
It's at the end of the cruise. So you do they'll just do typically they'll ask you if you want to pay your gratuities ahead of time or not. There's like it ends up being like $20 a day or something, but you can put more in if you want. If you want to give a specific tip to a specific person, you can as well.
Ah, cool.
But they always take a general tip to split amongst the crew.
Do you like the sit down thing? Do you have to register for that in advance? Does it cost more, or what is
No,
it?
that's part of the cruise.
I'm just asking. I've never been on a cruise. I mean, I've watched the
So,
Love Boat. I know how that works, right? That like
oh,
all the cool kids
yeah,
get to sit
so
it with Captain Stubing, right?
So they have the general dining rooms. I'm on Norwegian, so it's a little different, but most of them are there's the dining rooms, there's usually two because of how many and they have two seatings in each one, so the 5:30 or the 7:30. You get assigned typically when you're booked, but if you want to switch it, the maitre d's will work with you. And then there's specialty dining. So if you don't want to eat what's in the regular dining room, or if you want to maybe a fancier experience or a specific type of food, you can pay. It's usually they sometimes do a la carte, and sometimes it's like $25 extra, and you can pick out whatever you want out of this specific restaurant. So like the one we're on is one of the largest ships in the world, and it's got the steakhouse, the Japanese hibachi steakhouse, a
I've been
French
there every night.
restaurant, Italian, and to do that, it's like an extra $25 to go do those,
A
which isn't
day.
no, like well, I guess if you went to them each day, sure,
Okay,
but
yeah.
it's just $25 anytime you go to that one. But it is so good.
Mwah! Like Chef
We all
Schmoosh.
yeah, but you don't ever have to do that.
Oh,
All
you
the
don't
food
have
in
to
the
do the
regular
Chef
dining room,
Schmoosh when you're there.
no.
Okay.
But the regular dining room's always good. The buffet's always good. You know, and what's nice is if they, as I said, they try to do new things every day, but they always have a couple staples. They always have a steak. They always have a chicken. So if you don't like what's on the menu, you can usually get something that you will like
Gotcha.
somewhere.
I'll be hanging out in hibachi land. I love Japanese hibachi. So good.
Well, what I like is so at lunch so at lunch most people go to the buffet, but the dining rooms are open, and if you go there, they have their own menu, and they'll ask you, do you want to sit by yourself or with a party table? And so I always pick to sit at a party table, and they'll sit you with other guests, so you can choose to meet new people on the ship if you want to. You never have to, but I like to do that.
Yeah. So this is Erik after about 10 minutes after finishing hibachi. Right. This is Erik 30 minutes after hibachi. All right, we got any snacks here at the house anywhere? Anything to eat? What's up, Glow Hollow? Nice to see you. By the way, we had a follow there by Tamia Cowboys rating with 97. Hey, thanks Tamia for the rate.
You're
Appreciate it.
staticking
I love
up,
it.
Erik.
What?
You're staticking.
Me?
No, I hear it from Dawn actually.
Yeah, I hear it from Dawn. So yeah, but you know we need to have some bad audio somewhere around here. Commander Starscream is saying, and this is to you, Don, right? Starscream is saying, Eve Vegas was held inside of a broom closet. Number one, I don't think it was Eve Vegas, was it? Because
That's
CCP
correct. It
or
was
something.
in a broom closet.
Okay.
Hi, McLeod.
I heard.
Hey, sorry, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. We started a little early and started without you. and we haven't been pinged.
Oh no,
so.
that's totally fine. I am super late, and I apologize for that.
Oh no
We'll
worries.
get into Eve Vegas in a little bit since that is still Eve related.
Yeah,
but for those of you wondering, it is in a quinceañera wedding hall in the worst part of Vegas town. There is a strip club across the street.
Oh, is that the dinner, or
nice.
is that the tots?
The dinner.
The dinner is across from a strip club. That sounds more strategic to me.
Yeah, Eric, you've been there.
That does sound very strategic.
Oh, is that where it was last time I was there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a strip club across. See, it was so prominent. I didn't even realize.
and by the way, that strip club hires veterans specifically.
Hires veterans.
Yes, that is what their sign kept saying.
I have known several. You're talking about women, right? Right.
It did not specify.
Okay.
Yeah, there were only women.
They could also be talking about bouncers or
yeah.
staff.
I've known a number of ex-military women. All of them are beautiful. They're just, I don't know. I don't know what military must get a lot of beautiful women. So, I don't know. But hey, the Bunny Ranch? No, Bunny Ranch. Is that even still operational? Didn't that guy die? And yes, to all the military, we always think.
Couldn't for the life of me know where to look to see whether that's actually still open. I mean, obviously, go there.
Bunny Ranch, Las Vegas, Nevada, right?
I think it's outside of in Carson City.
I don't know.
It's a little out of my ways. Just put it that way.
Yes, he died in 2018.
Yeah, I knew, but I didn't know if the business was still operational. Or how that all
I
worked.
have no idea.
Somebody mentioned
Bunny Ranch owner dies doesn't tell you that.
I'm not going to go check it out for you.
Very much still operational. I don't know how the Crundle knows, right? But he indicates that it is still operational.
And it's not just still operational, but very much still operational. Almost as if he knows. How operational it is.
I'm just gonna say the Crundle. I'm just gonna put out golf clap. Golf clap to you. Excellent. One of our highest awards here on the show. Woohoo! What is it? Hey, I'm gonna mess up the title. I gotta go to Amazon. Hold on. By the way, started this morning the watching a show, Amazon Prime deal. It's only got 2 shows out there. What the hell is it? Prime Video.
What?
Hold on. There's a new show. The Peripheral. The Peripheral.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. 2 episodes.
I haven't watched it yet. But it sounds. I think I've seen a trailer. I think I've seen one trailer for it. It seemed quite interesting.
What? For what? Sorry, I'm missing
Peripheral.
The Peripheral on Amazon.
I don't think I've seen that yet. No.
2 episodes in, pilot and episode 2. Watched it this morning. Eating some bacon and eggs. It was fantastic.
This week they announced that they would be officially shutting down the Cartoon Network. And it is the same day that they announced it was their 30th birthday. So Cartoon Network has been running for 30 years, and they're shutting down. And while they're shutting everything down, they've been doing a 24/7 live stream on YouTube with all of their best TV shows playing.
Okay.
And so it has then got me in the mood, and I am currently on the train of binge watching Adventure Time because it's just that good. What?
I haven't watched Adventure Time.
I'm just gonna say you're all a bunch of wussies because you grew up with Cartoon Network. Okay, if you were tough and strong, you would have grown up with cartoons from 10 to noon on Saturdays only. Okay, maybe 9 o'clock. I can't remember around. Maybe you remember, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Sunday morning cartoon.
Saturday morning cartoons followed by Abbott and Costello.
6:30 a.m. if you had the right UHF channels.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Also,
So,
fucking UHF channels.
Yeah, UHF channels. 53 and 22 where I lived, right? You know? So
Yep.
You had to flip the little switch to go to UHF though.
Yes.
Yeah. What the hell was the point of UHF versus the other ones? We even know? Somebody do some research on that.
It's a different spectrum or a different band of the spectrum.
Yeah, but why did they even create it? I don't even know. Why not?
Because it was that way they could reserve the VLF or VHF frequencies for the big stations, and the UHF bands would be all the local stuff.
There was like 4 big stations. We needed another band just for them.
Yeah, but you know,
that's
the way they did it. I mean,
I know it's just
to expand if needs be.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, but the ultra high frequencies didn't carry as far.
True.
And they didn't take as much power, I don't think.
That's where I watched the flightless birdies.
So it was basically, for cheaper stations.
Gotcha. Plus the cables, we didn't have cable where I lived. Like our school district had like 2 townships in it, right? And the one township, they had cable. In our township, we had no cable. We're like the loser kids at school. Oh, did you catch that on HBO? No. I don't see that show that discusses sniglets every day. I don't get that one. Sorry. No. So yeah, I was on the poor side of the townships in our school district.
Dude, I didn't have cable until 88. So
88.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in college. I had cable then too.
I
deal with satellite at the moment.
Did anyone else get rid of cable completely?
Not yet, but I'm considering it. Well, TV.
I'm on the edge.
So
TV, I'm gonna keep phone and internet services.
So my family, we actually went with the Hulu TV, and I gotta say, it's not bad. I mean, all we get is a lot of the local channels and the sports channels, and that's pretty much all we got. It was 15 times cheaper than what we were paying for cable, and like my family, we don't really watch a lot of live TV. Most of the time, I'm watching my Netflix shows or I'm watching reruns of something. I rarely watch live TV anymore.
Yeah, we had a thing here. Our cable company
bunch of local stations, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
he's getting the UHF shit.
Yeah. Our cable company said, "Hey, you don't need a cable box with a coax in it anymore. We've got these." Well, they're not really advertising it, found out somehow from my sister, and they just do wireless right to the TV, right? So you just really have a plug from the TV for the new wireless box. But when you get the wireless cable in your house, they're not able to do like HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, all those, right? So I'm setting it up, and this is how weird our cable company is. I pay $19.99 to have a landline VoIP right over my cable, and that gives me $45 off HBO, Cinemax, whatever, right? So now I don't have. Yeah, now I can't have those over the wire. Well, for whatever reason, right? All this stuff is coming over the same cable line. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drop my telephone because I don't need it anymore because I have to buy these stations. Like I have to have HBO Max, right? And all that stuff, and I don't care. So, by the way, they're half price what I was paying before, right? So now my extra stuff is half the price, and I don't have to pay the extra $20. So my cable is really just whatever station package I have, and the premium channels are all now cheaper. And so, do I really need the other channels? Is the decision we're making, because once I get rid of that, then it is just internet. My cable company is just providing internet to me, right? So that, really comes down. We don't watch like the ABC, the CBS, the NBC unless we're watching football. Right? That's the only thing that we watch. Yeah. Red Lines Roundtable last. No.
What?
I don't know. Flea Block asked if anybody saw Red Lines Roundtable last night. Red Lines still streamed. None of us knew.
If he did a roundtable, fair enough. Good on him.
Red Line still plays this game?
Thought he quit.
Yeah. There's those people who quit but don't quit.
Yeah.
Also, whoever was the Horde Marshal that was just in Delve, fuck you for jumping out.
Have a feeling you were hoping for something more from it.
Oh, I was. I was getting a couple of people there right now. Because somebody brought a Marshal 2 jumps out of 1DQ and was about to die.
Obviously had delusions of grandeur.
Sounds like somebody's got a little bit of sour grapes, feeling entitled to kills.
I know. Can you believe that bullshit? Who is that asshole?
Kids today
demanding that ganking be stopped in high sec.
Oh God, yeah.
Flea Block, we Googled, we said horrendous, and bammo, cat appeared. It's from the Imperium cat thing. I'm glad I never got a cat. That was good. I have no idea what I would get as a cat. But I'm glad I did.
Well, someone talked to Greggles.
I got to meet Joe Painter last night.
Oh, you did?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, apparently he shredded according to Drunk Merkelchen. He was very adamant on explaining that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm lost.
That exactly.
Swole.
I sat down to the table with Merc and some of them talking, and he's like, "John, this is Joe. His abs are chiseled." Like, okay, thank you, Merc.
So what you're saying is there were some drunk people.
Yeah. We had a meet for those of us in North Carolina that couldn't go to Vegas. We had a bit of a night out at the bar, and I got to meet Romulus, which was really fun.
Oh, didn't you move to Boston? What did I miss?
I did for a while, but then I moved back.
A while? It was 2 months.
What, you didn't
No,
Chinatown?
I was there. I was there for almost 8 months, Don.
8 whole months.
Holy shit!
When did you go up there?
2021, February of 2021 is when I went up there.
Oh boy, I lost track of that whole thing.
So you were
must have been napping. I must have been napping.
You were in the Northeast for the easy months.
Yeah. Well, I was born in Philly, horrendous.
Well, that's not really saying a lot, okay? I mean, isn't that the only
I was
NFL?
Raised in
isn't
the
Philadelphia the only NFL stadium with a jail in the basement?
You know what? At least it's not the Dolphins Stadium, all right?
Yes, but many things aren't the Dolphins Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Dolphins have the worst.
For example,
they have the worst stadium?
Strip club across from the Vegas dinner venue. That's not the Dolphins Stadium.
And I've been there, and I didn't even know there was a strip club across from there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, my number one son.
Thing you'd think you'd notice.
Yeah, I know.
That's just poor researching on your part.
Or maybe the wife was with me, and not drunk enough.
That's also possible.
That could be true. No, I actually didn't even realize it. So, that makes it even funnier. When my son turned 21, I did not take him to the strip. We have been out to have some cigars and some scotches on occasion. No strip clubs.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
everyone's different.
Oh, I'm nothing against them. Trust me. I don't have a problem with them. Just opportunity as COVID, all that stuff. We turned 21 during COVID too. That makes it a little challenge.
Oh, that's awkward. No, that's annoying. If anything, not awkward really, but like yeah.
Yeah, Fleetlock
Tonight at the strip
wonders
club,
if
all performers masked.
Is this like the Masked Singer? You have to guess who it is.
Like perspex all the way around.
How about so who is Mantell? I don't even know Mantell. Is it somebody I should know?
Howie Mandel?
I know Howie Mandel. I do know him. No, I don't. This Mantell. He says, I wonder if Mantell was at Vegas in his tuxedo ordering dry martinis like a Mad Men character.
Mantell Global Industries.
I don't know who that
is.
I don't know.
We're past 20 minutes.
Okay.
Guess
what?
We
are.
But we already started talking about Eve. We were talking.
Are you
about
sure
Eve.
they're new things?
I don't know.
Are you certain they're new
at
things?
Vegas, but if he is, I hope he's having fun. He's a decent guy.
Okay. I guess he's a figure in the RP community.
I have a story to tell. I have a couple stories in Vegas.
You would.
Dawn has a story. Does it involve egg slut?
It does not, but a lot of people are going there.
Does it involve abs?
But okay. So last night we went up to a barbecue joint for dinner that was near the bar we were going to spend the night at, like to hang out.
Yeah.
And it's called Rick's Rollin' Smoke Barbecue, and it's really fucking good. But like we get there, we order our food, sit down, we're eating. Joey Zam's there with a couple guys, so like there may be 10 of us, and we were all just talking about Eve and chit chatting. And then Ghoster, he's got his bee hat on, goes back up to get peach cobbler, and the guy's like, "Wait a minute, that's a very unique logo. Only a few people would know what that is." And we're like, or Ghoster's like, "Do you play Eve?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been playing Eve for 10 years." And so Ghoster turns around and is like, we all play Eve here, right? It's Eve Vegas. So like, he had no idea it was Eve Vegas, but small world, we found a random Eve player as a barbecue master in Vegas. So
nice.
That's pretty cool.
So he's the barbecue guy. He's like, the master barbecue artist.
He's not the pit master, but he's one of the head cooks.
He's an artist. Not a cook, he's an artist. We're talking about smoked meats here. Okay. I mean, hold on a minute. Someplace Eve. A little tear to my eye. Smoked meats. All right.
Beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, Eric, you'll love it too, right? So I asked him, I was like, hey, I asked him if he was the pit master since he was wearing the chef's coat. He's like, no, the pit master left at 1:00. I was like, oh, did he do all the meat prep this morning? He's like, oh no, we start our food at night.
Yeah, you have to.
Because that's how long they cook their meat, is just overnight to the next day. And I was like, because I would think, you start early in the morning and then it's good for the afternoon and evening stuff. But oh no, they went longer, and it was really good. I got a stuffed potato, so like they cut my baked potato in half, and then they took a bottle of melted butter, just sprayed it on there. I was like, oh my god,
I love you, butter.
Love you, butter man.
Do they add cheese to it and bacon?
Yes, cheese, bacon, barbecue pork, sauce, and beans.
They deep fry it at all?
No, there's
no deep frying in barbecue.
Okay. Well, that's kind of true. I was just wondering. I was wondering how, on the scale of like 0 to like ridiculously American, it's gonna be. And it was pretty full on there.
I'm actually gonna say, because Commander starts being brought up here, Kansas City, Gates Barbecue was the very first true barbecue that I ever had over there. Gates, it's a pretty famous place in Kansas City for awesome barbecue.
Oklahoma Joe's is really fucking good.
And I've had some great Texas barbecue, North Carolina barbecue, South Carolina barbecue. It's good stuff.
Anyways, Eve time.
All right.
So everyone was asking, was the dinner or was the presentation being held in a brothel, a hotel room?
Closet.
It was being held in the dining hall that we've been using for the past like 5 years. It's a Mexican wedding / quinceañera hall.
Oh, did you
And
have the corn?
yes, we did.
Oh, the corn at that place.
They had the
so
street
good.
tacos this year. They're very nice. They always take good care of us, do good drinks. They have good food. But yes, it is in like the most ghetto part of town. And
It's not a broom closet though. It's not that small, guys.
It's actually nice
Yeah,
size.
it's got a good size on it.
This year it wasn't just goons though for dinner. It was everybody.
Okay.
There were guests there that I questioned why they were there, but we won't go into that completely today.
Question.
But yeah, I yeah. If you were there, you would know.
Okay.
So we had our dinner, and CCP Swift, or Elise, went up, and he was very nervous and about 45 minutes late to start because he was nervous, but he did a very good job. They did a presentation about some upcoming changes, and he's like, "These are some leaks. I didn't let my boss proofread them before I left." We were like, "Okay." So the bounty risk modifier, or the DBS or whatever, is getting adjusted to be flat 100 floor, and then it only goes up. So no more ruining systems or people wasting their time ratting or whatever. So they're changing that.
So they're completely abandoning we're going to use this to get people to move around.
Well, there's still the incentive of, if a place is higher, you might go there, but no more punishment of it's lower.
Take that one off the Shine's wish list.
Seriously.
They had the Alliance logo.
People pick their ratting systems for geography, not. Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
We all know that. They don't.
You'd think Elise would.
Yeah, but he's on the community team.
Yeah, but he has the
He
insider.
can still tell though.
He has an insider track to be able to talk to them daily.
Then the other one, big one, was Alliance logos on spaceships.
Which is good that like somebody at CCP has figured out like layers.
Yeah, and we already knew that one was coming.
You know.
But they're not on every spaceship. They're only on spaceships that you earn the ability to have them on through some in-game event. And it's
Jesus
on about 100. It's about 180 holes are set up for it right now, up to Dreadnought. So we're thinking it's a low-sec thing. That's our guesstimate.
Yeah, it's almost.
It's a we are artificially restricting this just because reasons, and without the sort of clairvoyance or the thought process of this might gimp us in terms of our wallet.
Well, if they're doing it for an upcoming event, it's probably going to be tied to the Pandora stuff or whatever the hell they're calling it.
Because they think they won't get enough people out there, so they need an extra incentive.
So hang on. It makes no logical sense in game. Like, if it's going to come out via an event, right? Then it's tied to some aspect of technology that allows you to be able to do that. Is the technology so ill-advanced, like, so basic that capsuleers haven't been able to figure out, like, printing over a very large sticker and sticking on their hull?
Well, stickers are hard.
Spray paint.
We also haven't been able to figure out spray paint.
Yeah, spray paint
as well.
Well, in space, it's kind of hard,
Yeah, wouldn't it just
you get pushed away from it?
In your hangar, it's not.
You do it in the hangar first, and then you go out. Like,
by the way, Flea Block, Alliance is just a bunch of corporations. Corporation is more like a wild guild. And by the way, yes, corporations do basically have to have their own income. So thanks. Actually, it's set up in EVE that corporations can get their own income from their members. Alliance, it's really hard. So, sorry for interrupting. Spray paint, yes, I know it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes when we
guess
talk about this stuff, I want to have Jeff Dunham here with Peanut. Peanut telling us how hard it is, the things he's.
Well, I'm just excited that they finally are stepping in that direction of getting that on there. And they said that some of the Alliance logos, they're going to have to work with the groups to like make the logo usable, because there's some logos that just aren't going to work very well with the decal stuff that they've got. Which, and if they want to test this out and then make it where like, hey, if you want it on your Titan, you have to pay, that's fine. I think that the split is at least a reasonable attempt. Like, let's get it out there, see how people like it, and then if we want to develop into a cost option for some of the other ships, then or events or whatever, sure.
Yeah, you'd have to make it not buying the logo, but buying the ability to place a logo, any logo on the ship. Otherwise, you get into a whole lot of iffy scenarios.
That could be legally. That could be a bit icky kind of thing. But like, I mean, you could just do it in terms of size. Like the free ones that you earn that you don't have to purchase are like smaller versions of the logos. You could have a larger version of the logos, the ones basically that you pay for, because at the end of the day, having the logo there is about visibility. It's about people, noticing that you have a logo there, right? So if it's larger, then it's more noticeable. It's more apparent that something's there, that a logo's there, that someone's gonna, look at it and be like, oh, cool, there's X, Y, and Z's Alliance logo, on that, etc., etc. But if it's smaller, you're still developing the methodologies and like the in-game kind of mechanics to sort of get that to work, but you're not asking people to put money into it, and you're still kind of getting a logo there. So I don't know. I just kind of think that would be a better way to do it than trying to restrict it the way that they seem to be. Just me. That's just my thoughts about it, but that's how I'd go about it.
And then, so I'm excited about it. We'll see. Hopefully they'll add more. I'm sure they will add more later, if it's popular or on demand or whatever. And then what was the other big stuff they put out was the faction destroyer hulls, which you didn't have time to read through all the bonuses. That's why we all just took pictures. We're like, okay, someone analyze this. Look at these ships. Tell me how it's going.
It's with damage application stuff.
Yeah, some people seem really excited about the
straight damage stuff. Like the Thrasher seems to be pretty good. Like Thrasher, the faction Thrasher looks to be pretty good. Like, but then again, that's because it looks like it's actually going to be like almost a triple damage bonus.
And
but it all depends on how expensive they are. Because if they're like,
well, it's
they're
good
super
to see that they're
expensive,
not going to produce overpowered artillery platform again.
Never.
Oh, you still have the still have the catalyst and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then they so those were cool to see come out. Then they did mention that they were changing something about abyssal space, and it was really hard to hear, but it sounded like Swift said that if they run them in high sec, they come out as suspect again. I'm not sure though.
No, that's been pretty much confirmed at this point.
Okay, because like we couldn't hear him.
Is it for any of them or just the upper tier ones again?
Any of them, I believe. Abyssals in general. When you come out as a suspect.
Okay.
Fuck your level 0.
If you're making money in high sec, you're coming out suspect. There you go.
Pretty true.
I don't care how shitty the money's gonna be.
Not funny though.
Hang
on.
By the way, firing off a mining laser will set you suspect.
Hang on, pass that by me again. Like they're thinking about making when you make money, you're suspect in high sec.
In abyssals.
If you run abyssals of any tier, you're gonna come out suspect.
Okay.
It might just be the upper tier, though. I'm not entirely sure.
But yeah, as I said, that we couldn't hear very well on that one. Let me look at my pictures because there was a couple things they did. Oh, they talked about Photon UI. They're like, well, 30% of people were already using it. We're like, okay.
Yeah, and 40% are still complaining about it.
Hang on, 30% are you? Didn't they force it to people?
I think they mean before they made it opt out rather than opt in. Like when it was opt in, 30% of the player base was using it.
Which in any election
right.
is a losing position.
Well,
but okay.
Did they mention that they were going to be basically, turning the old system off and implementing the new system?
Eventually, when the new system is refined, like I don't understand why this is such a big deal.
Did they mention that they announced that it was going to happen at a certain point? Or did
No,
they
haven't mentioned it yet. It's not a permanent thing. I don't know. So I don't understand why people bitch about it so much. All right, this isn't the first time that they have changed how the UI looks. In the past, people bitched how they wanted the old 2003 UI and they never got it. And it's fine, it's whatever. And then, even when the UI that everybody loves so much right now, the one that's currently out the window, right? Everybody fucking hated it when it first came out and then eventually came to love it.
Yes,
right?
the thing is, Mifune,
I think love it is kind of a strong term.
It's about refinement, right? When you bring
Yes,
in
but
the
that's
new system,
why
generally it's unrefined, and they have to spend a long time and a lot of dev hours refining it to the point where people actually enjoy it and use it. That's the reason why, when they finally replace the old 2003 UI with the UI that has just been replaced now with Photon, that why people prefer that to the new one, because the new one that they brought out was unrefined. Same with this. We've got to a level of refinement with the old UI that they decided to replace it with a UI that's not as refined. Fair enough, maybe,
and that wastes an incredible amount of space
for now, until they
yeah,
finish
but they're
refining
going
it.
to
Sure,
finish refining it,
for
and that's
now,
going to be
except that the specific instances of, look, this is blatant wasted space, this is blatant wasted space, that people have been bringing up have been issues since Photon started off, and the quote refinement process has not addressed it at all.
Not yet, because they're more focused on getting the buttons to work right now. I mean, there's people in Jita, there's Jita
Then why the
traders
hell are
that
they
weren't
pushing
even
it?
because they need
If
more
they
people
still have
to
to worry
test.
about getting the buttons to work, this is not something that should go live.
Horrendous. I think me and you both know for a goddamn fact that CCP has little to none fucking QA testing. So how are they
need to
supposed to
fucking
test this?
fix that?
have the
They
money.
should actually open up the goddamn wallet and pay enough people to do the jobs to deliver the service they claim to deliver.
And we all know that their money is not going into EVE Online right now. People act like this is such a surprise.
That's why they're not getting mine.
Yeah, exactly.
People act like this is a surprise,
No,
and
not
it's not.
surprise. The fact that I fully expect them to be shit about this does not make it any less of a problem.
Exactly.
It's not that it's a surprise, it's that they still don't seem to get it.
Well, might be a reason.
I'm totally in agreement with you,
Horrendous.
That's the thing. When you start to pull back funding for your mainline product, and you're still trying to bring out, you're still trying to bring out new stuff for that product, and you're still trying to bring out fixes for that product. Those fixes are going to be poor. Those new items are going to be lackluster. And when people complain, you're going to have to take that on the chin, because
especially when it's accompanied by a price hike.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. Just because
we're just gonna have to eat it, and
made the can of beans 10.5 ounces and raised the price from 12 ounces. I don't understand why you feel you should complain about that. bewilders
you're getting less for more, so clearly the value
right.
must be up, right?
Well, the word "more" is in there somewhere.
Well, remember,
so
less
that's
is more.
good, right?
That's a good point.
So
less is more. Yeah, you're going to appreciate it if there's less of it.
Right.
I think that's kind of like the mindset that they're in, right? Like, if we give them less, then they're going to appreciate it more.
Yeah. But it's got nothing to do with this is a surprise. I don't know why this is a surprise. It's not a surprise. It's just a fucking outrage.
So no, it is. It is. Sorry, I'm laughing because that reminds me of a thing in the Mighty Boosh. It's a comedy show.
The other big announcement, or talk tease, I'll say, was it seems like there will be 4 new faction dreads. Or Navy
Yay!
dreads.
Yay, because there's so many reasons to use them.
So it's the funny thing is, I talked about this to a friend, and one of my other kind of guys who doesn't play Eve came in, had that same. Literally, I didn't say anything about it. Brought the same topic came up, and we arrived at exactly the same solution, which is the reason why this fell flat when they announced it is because they are invariably going to cost a lot more than the usual regular dread. 2, that means that they are going to be priority number 1 on any battlefield. And 3, the capacity or the capability of those dreads are probably not going to be anywhere near the value of those dreads. And it won't have anywhere near the tanking capability to be able for it to survive on the battlefield. So they are basically going to be a damp squib, and they're going to be released, and nobody's really going to use them, and they're going to be an oddity on Zekiel board at most. That's my assessment.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
Anybody got any others?
No, you got it pretty much on the nose.
Fair enough.
And because they're going to need LP to get them.
Yeah. So yeah, as much as we like copy pastes and then small changes to the database for those copy pastes.
I'm gonna need you to be a little positive, because maybe if they put these out here, they'll make it slightly better in some other way too, because they have to accommodate.
I'm positive these will be almost as successful as Resource Wars.
Hey, at least it's given some busy work for some some art guys that have caused them to get a paycheck that has
That's true. There you go.
allowed them to eat.
That's definitely positive.
and support their families. So that's the positive there, I think.
We were like looking like, is there an Angel Capital anywhere? No.
No. Of course not. They don't.
Could you imagine that Crab Titan running around? It'd be great.
That would require so much more updates to databases and all sorts of things that they don't have the man hours for the for the coders and developers for that. Like what devs do they have? Like I mean, we all know that they have art guys. Like where are their devs? Like where is their actual coders? Like what are they doing? Like where is their time being spent?
We all know where it's being sent. We already know.
Yeah, nobody seems to know. Like, is it all
London.
on the faction warfare stuff? Like,
no, not even. They're done with the faction warfare stuff. That's why it's being released. What they're all doing is jerking themselves off and going off about the fucking FPS game that Helmar so desperately wants to be a part of. Like, the Helmar's pressure on his own company to become the next Activision or next Treyarch and then make the next Call of Duty and be some huge AAA dev Like, bro, you got into the wrong industry at the wrong fucking time. Because if you wanted to do that, you should have got on that train back in the early 2000s. That ship has already fucking sailed.
Yeah. Like you need
You're an MMO. You like honestly, can like some AAA dev just like offer to hire Hilmar as some PR guy and have him go away from CCP?
The ridiculous thing about it is like, they seem to think that, oh, we have to code our own stuff. Like, they did it for they did it when they did Carbon, and that kind of fell on its face. They used, what did they use for Dust? I can't remember what they used for Dust. Did they actually?
I can find out.
I think they actually did like bite the bullet and use some other kind of some other engine for that.
I think it was on Unreal.
Was it an Unreal Engine?
Probably, if it was going to be on the PlayStation.
It was Unreal 3.
I think they had limited things if it was going to go on the PlayStation that they had to do it on.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah, it was on.
They're doing it on the PC.
Unreal 3. So
okay, so if they're doing it, so they've got some experience in the Unreal Engine, like, well, at least they should have.
Should have.
If they're doing a Carbon again, I'm
they had experience with Unreal.
Did they fire all of those devs and then?
Who the hell knows?
Well, that one person at CCP would know.
That's true. That's true.
Would he give us a straight answer? I doubt that.
He would tell us that, we just have to trust him and come back later.
Yeah, no, that rings true.
Wait for FanFest.
Does anybody
trust me, guys?
Yeah.
That the plan will work.
Which dev was the poor schmuck that had to do that talk after announcing the
Paragon, I think.
Yeah, Paragon's just like, just wait for FanFest, guys. And we're like,
poor bastard. Came back from vacation to get saddled with that.
Okay. Okay, we'll wait.
Like, and none of it was his doing. I
don't think anybody blames him, but it's the meme of just wait for FanFest. We waited for FanFest.
Yeah.
It's like faction warfare. We're all like,
Faction warfare in like 8 months.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna in the next coming months. We're like, months?
I mean, I don't blame Aurora for that shit either. She's definitely at least trying.
She is, yeah.
We're just like, what have you been doing for the past year? As I said, they did put out a bunch of changes that I was happy about in like January, December, January.
Right.
Stuff. So like I've been satisfied at least for the year, but I got my compression. I'm happy enough. Just it would be really nice if I could get a skin, a purple
and they
metallic
unfucked
skin
the
on
compression.
Purple. Listen, don't complain because they'll make it worse. At least it works.
Finally.
They already had it worse.
I know it would be much easier if they didn't do that weird checkbox. Like, I don't know why they sent it through another box to check if it's compressible or not. It's so stupid. But, if it works, I'm just going to move on with it and just call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't sort of interacted with that mechanic yet. So I couldn't say.
So to give you an idea, normally before the changes, like to compress ore, you would just right-click it in your ship's inventory and hit compress, and it would just compress automatically, right? Now, when you hit right-click and press, a new window pops open, and then you have to click a button and watch it move from one side of the box to the other. And then you have to close that window.
Yeah, now it's basically the same thing as refining or reprocessing something in a station.
So that almost sounds like they were creating creating a UI scenario where it was going to be very similar, if not exactly the same look and feel when you do it in station.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically exactly what they've got now. So
yeah.
But it's annoying because you're in space, so you got all these boxes that open up, and it just adds time to whatever you're doing. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is weird.
I'm gonna mute
like
on the stream.
it's
Hold on, guys.
probably one of the sorry, it's probably one of the few kind of like weird unifications. Like, I don't see why they should unify that, like that particular kind of UI together. It makes it, you know, it may make logical sense, you know, from a UI designer sort of standpoint, but from a gameplay standpoint, yeah, it's very substandard.
Mm-hmm. Somehow that's the lesson that they really need to take away, and yet still have not. That everything else needs to be secondary to gameplay. Everything needs to serve the needs of gameplay.
It almost sounds like it's
like it's a game that you want people to
secondary
play.
to gameplay, but like primary to, you know, make it look as though we're doing something, you know, development wise. You know?
Oh, I know.
How can we stretch the perception of development so it looks like we're busy when we're not?
Well, we work on this other product.
Yeah, we'll work on the other project.
See, that's what I think it's going to come down to. Unfortunately, is that I think we all know that if CCP doesn't get their shit together, the game's not going to last another year and a half.
Well, concerning the other product, my fear about that is that they're developing it in secret, but they're actually, you know, they're concerned that because they showed us some inklings of what they were doing, you know, with Project Nova, right? That because they showed us stuff and people weren't enamored with it because, you know, it literally looked like a ham-fisted version of, you know, Unreal Tournament, just with an Eve skybox, basically. That if they showcase what they're working on early, we will shit on it, and they're going to have to, you know, change up what they're doing and how they're doing it and all that kind of stuff, and that will be really expensive for them.
But that's just it. That's just it. Every time they do this shit, every time, the problem that comes back to bite them in the ass is they keep changing shit. They keep saying, oh, well, no, we're going to have to redo it. Look, if you show us something and people don't like it, you address the concerns. You don't start over from scratch. You don't, contrary to what CCP has said, you don't have to change the plan if we find out about the plan, all because suddenly we know the plan.
I love the sigh.
It's so damn frustrating.
It's like
it's the same thing every fucking time.
You know, it gets a lot less frustrating
every time.
It gets a lot less frustrating when you stop paying them.
I have.
I know. Me too.
It's just
they don't care if you're paying them or not. They're really
and
not.
Arendis really wants to give a shit.
I really do want to give a shit, yeah. And they may not care. They may not care if one person is paying them, but they really will care if everybody's not.
Well, here's the thing, right? Eventually, here's what I think is going to happen. CCP is going to go down under. They're going to close Tranquility early, and then they're going to say, "Oh, maybe we can revitalize the company if we finish this FPS." Because that's all they fucking care about. Like, that's all Hilmar wants. he doesn't even care about Eve anymore. He just wants the fucking FPS, and he wants to be fucking Epic Games making millions of fucking dollars. That's all he wants.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
I totally understand him wanting to be making millions of dollars. I heartily support him wanting to make millions of dollars. I just think he should maybe try actually doing something that might do that.
People will give them dollars if they feel like it is worthwhile, that it has value.
Yeah, and if they torpedo their flagship product to make this FPS, people are not going to give them millions of dollars. People are going to tell other people, yeah, that company, no, you can't rely on them to stick with the game. You can't rely on them to actually keep investing in their product.
Well, they would argue Eve is pretty old and they invested on it for a long time, right?
Okay, and that's definitely one reasonable way to look at it. Except, where's Dust? Where's Valkyrie? Where's Gunjack? Fucking Gunjack! They shut down a free-to-play mobile game.
How about a vampire game?
Where's World of Darkness? Yeah, I mean, that one never even came out because they were so busy saying, oh, well, you know, time to change it all up again.
No, that's because they couldn't manage their Atlanta staff and kept pulling them off of that game to do
No, not only
stuff.
that, but they, if you listen to the interviews that were given by the people who left Atlanta afterwards, all right, they changed and overhauled the direction of WAD no less than once every other month during its development.
Well, I mean,
the same exact shit. Oh no, we got to change it all up again.
So are you
Fuck
trying
that.
Are you trying to say that there might be some poor management involved here?
No, I am not saying there might be some poor management involved here. I'm saying there might be all the poor management involved here.
Oh, see, I missed that in your.
Like, if you can find poor management, I guarantee you CCP's involved.
Yeah, I think we've been saying that for a couple of years. So true. So true.
Yeah.
Somebody said, hold on. Who's Joe Mama? Something the lie investor asked about Eve profitable last investor call. I'm not sure what he means by that.
I don't know. I don't remember if they were profitable for the last investor call. It'll be interesting to see what this investor call shows, which should be coming up in a couple of weeks. I think it might actually just come out.
Early November or?
Oh, let me double check.
Yeah, it's early November is the next investor call.
I think it's like mid November for the release. I think. Let me just double check real quick.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey,
maybe they're in this like paranoid situation of if they think that they, you know, if they feel like they try and get feedback, then they have to react to it, and if they always seem to want to overreact to it, like in very much the same way that maybe they seem to react to it, you know, with World of Darkness and stuff. I don't know. Like I feel like there's that. Maybe they're just like, oh, we need to be more strong-willed, and so they feel like they're being super strong-willed about this new product that they're making. It's just the thing is,
don't even think it's that. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. No, because Hilmar said it during the friendship interview, and he was talking about the relationships that people build in Eve. He talked about it at multiple Eve Vegases. He's said it so many times in different interviews he's had with IGN, whatever. He literally said, the thing that drove him to become a game developer and start a company for developing games was because he loved the Fear franchise, the FPS shooter Fear, and he wanted to create an FPS game. It's like his lifelong dream to have his own first-person successful shooter game.
Well, the thing is, if you strike, like, just saying this, right?
Hang on a second.
I might know a little bit of... Okay.
Hang on a second. Did Hilmar actually say that was why he created CCP?
Yeah, I believe it
Can you
was in one
find
of the
that
videos.
quote?
I can try and find it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to
because
find it.
he didn't.
You sure?
No, he didn't create it. He didn't create CCP.
Yeah.
He took over it.
Maybe I watched some scuffed interview then. I don't know.
That's why I'm asking you to find that. Go look for it. See if he did make that claim.
It wouldn't put. I wouldn't be surprised if either he said it accidentally or whether it was paraphrased by whoever was writing the document. That like, oh,
Probably.
you know, being the CEO, and people thought, oh, because he's the CEO, he was probably the creator of CCP. Like, I could see that happening. You know, someone paraphrasing some stuff and then like, you know, just assuming that because he's the CEO, he was also the creator of CCP. Like, I could see that happening. But yeah, like he came in as a developer, I think, because like his first kind of
he did the
duties
market stuff.
were marketing. Like he literally opened up like a marketing software and then was like, hey, how about we just like, you know, make a version of this in the game. But the thing is, like, the thing that I was going to say is if you have a vision of like developing something, right, and your vision also includes that, you know, wildly popular kind of thing, you need to be absolutely certain that your vision will be wildly popular. And I don't just mean like the will, like you know, a belief. You need to actually look at it and analyze it critically, like you know how your vision is going to be profitable, how it is going to be popular, you know, why it's going to be popular, all that kind of stuff. Because if you're running just on belief, and believe me, I know this, being in a country that, you know, kind of had a government that believed it could do something and thought it was going to be popular when it really wasn't. If you're wrong, you know, that plane crashes pretty fucking hard.
McLeod, I thought you said Will of the Leaf, and I was like, what's the Will of the Leaf?
Will of the Leaf.
Dude, that we're making.
To find out about that, you must ask the Lorax. He speaks for the trees.
We are so making a movie about that one phrase now.
The Will of the Leaf, or the Legend of the Ent.
Hold on. The Will of the Leaf. Hold on. We can fit that into what song? Oh, it's an old song from the 70s. I'm trying to think. Oh, I'll think of it. We're gonna have to get the lyric slayers together. The Eye of the Cat, the Eye of the... What is it?
Eye of the Tiger?
No, not Eye of the Tiger. It's like a mellow song from the 70s.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't around. I wasn't born then, so I'm
Seriously, you weren't born in the 70s?
Holy shit. I wasn't born in the 70s. So, like, you know...
I was hitting on girls in the 70s, for crying out loud.
Oh, there you go.
They were like 10.
I don't have
but, you know,
significant amounts of information about or lived in information about the 70s.
I got kind of the rhythm in my brain, but I can't get the words.
Yeah, that does suck. You have the rhythm in you, like of it, but the words are just "Video Kill the Radio Star."
Stop it. Okay. Might be the
by
year
the
of the
way,
cat.
anybody who didn't realize, like, that song has been stuck in Eric's head for a day or two, all day. Okay,
it might be the year of the cat. Okay, and what's our phrase? Somebody put that in staff only. What's the phrase we got to work into that? The Will of the Leaf.
Will of the Leaf. Yeah.
Yeah, I will listen to that, but it won't come over the
year of the cat leaf.
No, so the
What
year
is
of
a
the
cat leaf, you might
so
ask?
the year of the cat, you say the will of the leaf. Could work. We could do it. We could do something. Could be the next great Eve song or not.
Well, yeah, because you're gonna have to somehow figure out how to contextualize the will of the leaf
Erik,
into
I got
something.
You got it?
I got it.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
70s. It's not 70s. It's end of the 80s.
Will of the leaf. Yeah.
All right.
When we make that video, do we all have to have long hair? Like, you know.
I do have to head out, y'all.
You said you'd be here
I
for the
already
whole
do.
show,
So
liar.
Yeah, well, the show's normally an hour.
There I was
The
thinking
show has
that
been
Mifune
2 hours forever, Mifune.
Yeah, and there I was thinking Mifune was actually going to be able to last the entire show.
All right, I can
he
stick
said,
around for a little bit longer if we really need to. I just need to do some laundry.
You need to do laundry.
Whereas when Mifune says, I'm
You
on
know,
vid, can be here the whole time this time.
All right, you know what?
By the way,
all right, fine. I will stay.
clearly Mifune just has no staying power.
I'm gonna say this is gonna sound so terrible, but you know, Mifune, you know,
don't do a truss on us.
I haven't done laundry since I started dating my wife. True story.
Oh, that's.
He had his mom doing it.
In fact, actually, in college, my girlfriend did it because I did the wash once and turned all her underwear and bras pink. So after that,
you showed a desire to do it, but just not the proficiency. So they were like, okay, that's fine, we'll do it. We'll carry on from here.
Yeah, we're good. do the turn everything pink once and
I would do it, but I'm bad at it.
And then of course, I said that story to my wife once, and she's like, "Here." I had the best wife.
That's understandable.
Best wife ever. She's hanging out with her mom today, though.
So guess what we're gonna do today after the show?
But she did bring back, I have a cheerleader.
Your laundry?
No, I have a cheerleader, right? So all the cheer moms, on the Friday night football games, they got to go and run the cheerleader,
No, that was to Dawn. Guess what we're doing after the show? Your laundry?
Laundry?
No. We're gonna go to the pool and potentially get like one of the cabanas and.
Oh yeah, get a cabana. I've been there.
Yeah, we might spend the whole afternoon. We might just get one of the premium chair table things.
We were not drunk in the cabana ever.
Never, not with the hottest waitress in Vegas.
It was just an attractive
she was
woman.
well qualified, and she was really nice too. She was very sweet.
Yeah.
She had the sweetest face when she said, "My manager said we could do the sale price of $500 for a bottle of goose." We're like, what?
It was 70. And we had 10 of them. Maybe 12.
Yeah, but Dawn was drunk. Don't expect her to remember details.
So like 500 for a bottle of goose. That's
wow, she ran away from that.
No, I think it normally was like 500. We got it for like, I don't know, 70 or 100 or whatever. Something.
They weren't 70. We had 3 bottles of goose, and actually, I think they were normally 500. The sale price was 300, and it came with 4 mixers.
Maybe.
And I was like, I remember.
We had more than 3 bottles. I may still have the receipt.
Yeah, we had some other stuff too, and I bought a pitcher of margaritas. We bought a whole slider appetizer platter.
Oh, yeah,
we were there for like 8 hours.
8 hours drinking. Then the crazy Canadians actually jumped in the pool.
How large a bottle of Grey Goose was this?
No,
I'm wondering.
It was a normal bottle
service is normally like $300 or something like that.
Fuck.
Yeah. Go out and buy a goddamn bottle of vodka.
I understand. But it was me and Newbie and DeMorg, and we don't have governors on the credit card sometimes.
clearly, if you're paying like 10 times what you should for fucking Grey Goose.
Yeah, but you're not in a cabana by the pool. By the way, the cabanas were like $200 or $300 for the day, and Mrs. Erik got it for like 60.
There we go.
Yep. Always.
Some cost saving occurring, and then it just gets wiped out by the fucking Grey Goose.
I know, but Mrs. Erik, she's like, she goes, I'll go do it. I'll get it at a better price, right? And so she just cute little petite tiny girl, right?
Well, the benefit was like no one else was in a cabana. All the like the premium bed tables were like sold out, but no one else had a cabana, and I don't think anyone got a cabana the whole day other than us.
I know. And we just had like people in and out all day long. It was fun. It was a good time. That's what Vegas is about. Throw a little money around, have a good time, you're going. Just enjoy it. There's no sense making money if you can't enjoy it.
We went to a bar last night called Millennium Fandom Bar, and it was a nerd bar, and they had like a TIE fighter you could get in to take pictures. They had a bunch of like just different memorabilia around the place. We were like, we should have brought an Eve ship. We could have put it in here. No one would have noticed.
That's true.
Yep.
And they had a D20 shot. So you were given a giant D20 to roll, and whatever you rolled is the shot you got. And I believe the Pope got a crit failure, which meant he got like
Manischewitz,
like one of the worst ones.
Matt shot.
If you rolled a D20, if you rolled a 20, you would get a free shot, your pick of whatever you wanted.
Nice.
So it was fun. A lot of people did those.
I'll have a free shot of the Macallan 25, please. Thank you. $85 shot.
I think it had to be on the list of like what was there.
Probably.
But
yeah, I prefer shots of Don Julio.
Nobody likes tequila here.
Shots.
Come on, everyone loves a good tequila.
Sambuca and tequila, just not a fan.
I don't know. So
the thing is, if you have like shitty tequila, it will give you a hangover. Like,
however,
that's the thing.
I do hear the tequila shots at like a strip club are good because it's lick, suck, drink, and that can be a lot of fun in those scenarios. I hear.
No. See, it's only fun. Yeah, no, I was about to say it's only fun if you're taking that tequila shot out of somebody's chest. Like that's the only way it's fun at a strip joint.
How would you know?
How would I know, Eric? I'm 21.
I'm just asking.
It's entirely possible.
Pictures
that shot will come.
Eric, when I used to work at the bar, we had a Halloween party, and I was taking body shots out of my boss's girlfriend's chest.
Belly button would have been daring.
Yeah.
Depending on the quality of the strip club, you could be coming away with more than just a shot, but you
never know.
You never know, but it could have a lot of fake suntan along with that, as well as some glitter. So
Well, we always know there's glitter from Scythe when he was on the show, right? Because when he was a teller, putting the ones through the auto counter and having glitter flying everywhere was great. Yeah, we had to vacuum and dust the whole back area from all the glitter.
Yeah, that was a good anecdote from.
We need to set King Fat straight, okay? So Eric at a pool is still in a swim shirt, because nobody needs to see that, all right? Even Mrs. Erik doesn't want to see that. Just setting the record straight here, okay? But I do have a hot tub out back. I should do a show out of the hot tub. I said, if I do a show out of the hot tub, because of the crazy Twitch rules, still gotta wear one of those rasher shirts, right? Because there's certain rules.
There was a reason why, when Brisk did his interview with CCP, and he was in his hot tub, why he was still wearing a suit, at least I recall that he was still wearing a suit. That I'm sure that's correct. If people can recall that correctly, I'm certain he was wearing a suit. But
Yeah, but at the same
wasn't.
time, he also didn't want to encourage CCP. We've seen their hot tub etiquette.
Oh yeah,
This is true. Exact opposite.
I have I have swim trunks that have various alcoholic beverages. Each pair has its own theme. You know, I have a pair that the transfusion is a theme. I got martinis and something else. I forget. It's the blue one. I don't remember. But yeah, my swimming paraphernalia is all about drinking. Because when I'm in the pool, that's pretty much where I drink.
I mean, that's understandable. You know.
So yeah. Yes, the Dirk Satil cat is excellent King Fats. Love it. It is good.
It is pinnacle Dirk Satil in cat form.
Dun, 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 dun.
Although doesn't look as angry as Dirk Satil generally is.
He has been a little angry. He's been on holiday for a long time.
Yeah, he decides to take a holiday at a time of, such stability and financial kind of, financial sort of calm in the UK that makes me think that I think he might he might have some money to fall back on.
He's running away to France.
I mean, I want to know where he is.
Yeah,
we need an update.
Also that, yeah.
I mean, we need an update. Is he on a nude beach somewhere? What's going on here? Right?
I don't know. Last I heard, he was in a hot tub.
He was in a hot tub? He's in a hot tub.
I think he was in a hot tub last night.
I was in a hot tub last night.
Were you in the same hot tub?
No,
yes.
A different hot tub.
Yes. Because there is only one in the world.
That's right.
I'm sitting there. We got so the hot tub we got just happens to be made in Las Vegas. So it's got like 500 million
it's going to be a good one.
lights, right?
It's going to have the whole shebang.
Oh yeah, it's got fountains on it called the Bellagio fountains, right? Okay, so my one son hasn't been in it yet. And he's in it last night. And he's like, okay, let's mix, because it gets 16 million colors, right? You can mix them multiple channels. You can do all kinds of funky shit. He's in there going, and my daughter is upset with the hot tub because she can't get a proper purple. Okay? The only purple, and it's Halloween related, right? So the only purple she can get is like a pastel, like Easter egg purple. She can't get a deep purple. She's a little upset. So we're working through some things there. But yeah, he's like, he goes, too bad we don't have black light. So black light just looks purple. Okay, because of course he wanted to do Steeler colors, right? Black and gold, right? He's like, if we're going to do black is the absence of all light. So yeah, no, that's outside at night. Yeah. 11 o'clock, black.
You can do black. It's just you have to turn all the lights off, and it has to be at night.
Just make them yellow gold, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, okay. So now, 3 guys sitting in a hot tub, and the lights are yellow. I mean, we didn't even have cigars to make us some drinks to make us look cool. I
wouldn't have chosen yellow, but that's just me.
I did buy us beakers so we can drink in the pool out of beakers. Heaven forbid, a glass in a hot tub. That's not evil waiting to happen.
I mean, right? that's an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah. I had the lights all cool. I had orange lights on the outside and green lights on the inside. Looked like a cauldron, right? By the way, have you guys seen that Halloween meme? Right? Everybody must be witches because when we make soup, we're putting all this dead animal and all kinds of spices and vegetables into a soup, a stew. So it's like just making a recipe on the cauldron. I liked it.
I hadn't seen this meme, but I literally have gone to the subreddit for memes, and I'm looking for this meme.
You see, might be able to find it.
I've yet to find it.
Audience, have you seen that? They're a little quiet right now. Right. Oh, by the way, yes. This is the greatest meme for Halloween yet, though. it's a like kid's little Halloween jack-o'-lantern bucket on the side, and it has new dull fun size mini salads in plastic to give out for Halloween. So I think those would be nice. Let's see.
Salads.
Yeah, mini
for
salads.
Halloween.
Fun size. They're fun size. Outrageous. They're fun size.
One cherry tomato.
All right, I'm going to tell you right now. Salads for Halloween,
Absolutely.
any size is sad size.
Well, they might get Ziploc bags
So
of taco meat, because when I was saying, the wife was working the concession stand for the cheerleaders, right? Cheerleaders have their own concession stand at our games, and she brought back like 86 pounds of taco meat because she didn't sell all the taco meat that she had to make for the stand. So I'm not sure when we're not going to eat taco meat. I think she ran out of here this morning and says, "Hey, I can get taco shells. We have tacos tonight." I'm like,
yeah, God.
We have 86 pounds of taco. Because the cheerleaders are on the visitor side. So if there's not a lot of people that come in from the visitors, like we played one place and they ran out of stuff by halftime. There were so many visitors there. There weren't a lot of visitors last night, so they didn't go through everything. So you have to take all your stuff back. 86 pounds. No, it's more like 8 pounds of taco meat, but that's a lot of taco meat. Okay.
It actually is.
I mean, Sunday is Nacho Day here at the Casa de Asmock because it's football Sunday. We got the.
The other thing is tacos don't exactly use much meat per taco, so 8 pounds is going to stretch for a fuckload.
This is America, so it's
okay,
a lot.
Yeah, good point. Very good point. You make all right.
That's like 2 tacos.
2 tacos. Yeah, if you're a wuss.
We can order from Taco Bell, and you can say extra meat at Taco Bell now, just so you guys know if you order on the app.
It just automatically adds it.
By the way, the meme with the soup is witchcraft. We put plants, spices, and dead animals into a cauldron and follow instructions from a book written by old people. So, soup is witchcraft. That's what it is.
In terms of Halloween kind of memes, I'm a fan of. Well, it's not really a meme as such, but it's definitely sort of humorous, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely a fan of this one because it's also mentioning. It also relates to, some bullshittery that's been going on as well. I put it in stream chat as well, so people can see it as well. It's parents, please be careful this Halloween. In my kids' candy, I found a copy of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. With an expanded free trial, you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn, an award-winning Heaven's Sword expansion up to level 16.
I thought it would be a little more risque if it was just the Final Fantasy trailers. Are those not the most risque trailers ever?
Which ones?
The
trailers for Final Fantasy XIV. He's not wrong.
I'm just like, whoa, I've never played Final Fantasy. No.
They do like their anime.
Final Fantasy XIV is a story game with some multiplayer elements to it. That's all it is. It's like if you enjoyed Elder Scrolls Online, then you'll like Final Fantasy XIV. It's that type of thing where it's more story driven and it's all about the quest line and how you're experiencing the quest line and stuff like that, with a few multiplayer things. They do have like their whole World of Warcraft rating thing, but it's not super huge in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
It's mainly all about the storyline, and the really really shitty thing is that you got to go through all the expansions, and they don't get good until about the 3rd or 4th expansion, and the first 2 expansions are of course the longest and the most fucking boring.
I don't know. Never played Final
I concur with that assessment. I would shit on Final Fantasy if I played it and didn't like it, but like saying in the way that I can do so with World of Warcraft, because I used to use World of Warcraft as a put down, and then I thought at some point, I should actually play it just to make sure that like I'm not just shitting on an IP that actually is pretty entertaining. And I played it, and sure enough, I felt like it was my view on it was still pretty terrible. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't let that stop you from trying it yourself, though. It's that was my take on it, but everybody's slightly different.
I'm just kind of
that's that
curious about the
mini-solid thing.
distinction between a quote story game and a real MMO. Since like 90% of the MMOs out there are exactly what you just described.
So in a normal MMO, like obviously WoW is going to be the biggest comparison, since everybody knows fucking WoW. But like in WoW, you have your occasional dungeon, you have your raids, you're into the expansions, everything like that, and you could even do something like go questing with your friends if you really wanted to, or enter the battlegrounds. You don't have any of that in Final Fantasy 14. It's literally just the storyline, a few dungeons scattered throughout, and the very, very end of the storyline is considered a raid, and that's it.
I don't know. The people I know that play Final Fantasy 14 have no problems doing all their stuff in groups.
No,
So.
I'm not saying that it's a problem. I'm just saying that
no,
that's
but you didn't really listen past the word problem there. They don't have any problems doing all their stuff in groups together socially. Just like WoW.
Fair enough.
At the end of the day, MMOs are just it's just a shortened way of saying a large number of people online at the same time in the same sort of areas. You have the expectation that the game allows a lot of group play, and that group play is larger than your usual amount of group play, sort of like sizings, for squads and all that kind of jazz, right?
Dude, I'm not even really sure what that would mean. Like, most of the people that I played WoW with, we did most of our gameplay solo. So
yeah, it's like it's a very blurry line. It's an extremely blurry line. A lot of MMOs have, they will almost feel like they require you to have a lot of solo content, a lot of small player content, and I guess the only thing that separates them from the pack is, along with that solo content, with that small group content, is large group content.
Yeah.
But when non-MMOs have group content that span up to about 100 people, then MMO territory is beyond that, right? I guess 100 plus.
Fair enough.
That's my estimation. I mean, it's what do they call it?
Hold on. I will be right back. I gotta reboot my PC. I tried to launch COD, and apparently I'm getting an OpenGL DirectX error, and it's making my computer fucking lagging.
Well done. What I was going to say was, yeah. Well, like what I was going to say is, you have battle royale games that basically start anywhere from 50 to 100 people at any one time. So, they rapidly reduce, obviously, because it's like it's not group. It's the groupings in that 100 people playing at any one time aren't 50v50 or or above, but you still have 100 people playing against each other at the same time.
Right.
So.
But keep in mind that our metrics are skewed to begin with as far as multiplayer stuff goes.
Yeah, because we're used to slightly more than 100 people playing at one time.
Yeah.
With each other.
We're used to 100 people. 100 people shooting at each other, going, "All right, this is a small group."
Yeah, it's like small gang versus small gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, our expectations for mass multiplayer gameplay is a little higher than what I would consider to be the industry norm.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, and even the great Star Citizen haven't actually been able to do the more than 100 people kind of thing yet in any decent, consistent way.
Is that all you got?
Do
you like my picture of the Dole mini salad?
I did
that. That really.
That's weird.
I want to know
that's
what
just
happens.
offensive.
I want to know what happens to the house of the person who gives that out. I just want to know what the trick or treaters do to them.
Oh my god. Eggs would not be enough.
I mean, if people want to know what we're looking at, that's what we're looking at. Like, that's just...
There's just something wrong with that.
That's outsourcing torture.
That's just mean.
Outsourcing torture. No, I think it's inviting torture.
Why not both?
Why not both? Yes, both is possible.
We have begun building our little graveyard out in the front planter. We put the little skeleton skulls up this morning. We've had our hay bales and our gourds and all that out for a couple weeks, but it's time to put up the gravestone.
Mm-hmm.
Change the outdoor lighting to some appropriate lighting. If there's no wind, we need a no-wind day. We'll have the fog machines up and running all out the ground level fog. Very, very exciting.
There we go. I'm back.
Hey,
is your video back?
Yep, it should be in a second here.
Let's see if it works.
Yeah, it looks like it's back.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there, but my whole PC decided to take a shit.
It happens, Yep.
Oh, we shot guns yesterday.
You shot guns?
Yeah, we did that. We went to shooting range.
They trusted you with a gun?
Jesus.
I hit the center of the bullseye with the AR one.
Nice.
The AR one?
It was pink. I don't know what it fucking was.
It was pink.
It was
pink
the
AR.
cheapest package was the pink guns. Called the Femme Fatale group one.
Ooh, the Femme Fatale.
That's very odd. Okay.
The shooting range there is pretty cool. Do any Top Golf yet?
No.
That's
none of us are golfers.
Don't have to be. The worst golfing son always wins here in the in the house. I mean, he's the son we actually take bets on every hole when we're playing down in Hilton Head on is he going to hit a house when he hits this drive.
I'm walking at lunch, so.
He once hit a window direct on. Thank God it had plexiglass in front of it because I've been hit.
Back in the day when I was a kid, we used to tee off and hit balls with across the sort of like the village green.
Mm-hmm.
And two sides of the village green had obviously it was like, had roads on either side. It was quite large. Like you could fit a football, probably even an American football pitch, like lengthways, easy. But like every so often we would hit it. We would hit these balls like, well past that, and get very, very close to hitting a car many, many times.
They there's two courses that I know of here where I live. One is the one we play all the time, where you tee off on the other side of the road, the fairways across the road, and you really can't tell if the car is going to be coming or not. But you better make sure you hit that one solid.
There's a shooting range in Switzerland, and I only know this because of YouTube and Tom Scott. But like, there's a shooting range in I think it's Switzerland that the where they're shooting from and the targets that they're shooting at, there's a road between the two.
Holy crap! Does that?
The Swiss.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think yes, in Switzerland.
Where we have a shooting club down this about 10 minutes away, and it's parallel to a major interstate. Okay, but it is up on the hill, away from the middle, away from it, and its rifle range does not shoot toward any cars or anything like that, and the handgun range is the same. The only thing that shoots parallel is the skeet shooting, right? So trap, skeet, all that are there, but you're shooting upward, not downward, right? And you're shooting with shotguns. You're not shooting with, center fire ammunition that's likely going to hit a car or anything. But you have to clean that stuff up, all that clay and everything. It's funny when all the leaves fall, right? And before the snow falls. If you're driving south on that highway and you just look there on that hillside, it's just orange from all the clay all over all the years that has been dumped over that hill. It's amazing.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, there's a lot of clay.
That's a lot of residue.
A little bit. So it's kind of crazy. What the heck is flashing in front of Mifune?
I loaded up a game right now, so it's probably the game screen.
We played a game. I need a nap. Holy crap! Truth be told, it was the day before. It was Thursday night. It was like 7 o'clock, and I'm like up in bed, like all wrapped up, sleeping. And my wife comes up. What are you doing? I said, I was down in the lazy boy type chair, the one that come up and everything. He said I kept falling asleep watching TV, so I figured I might as well come up here to go to sleep and try and actually sleep, and I can't. So I'm coming downstairs. She's like, "Oh, okay." And of course, and this is a little theme here, right? I come downstairs, and she brought everybody a late dinner home from Taco Bell. So we all had tacos with extra meat, by the way. America. But yeah, so a lot of taco going on here. Tomorrow's Nacho Day.
Yeah.
Because it's football day. So we cook the Que Bueno cheese and we just dump the jalapeno peppers, juice and all, and stir it up. It's so good. Now we're gonna have taco meat for that. It's gonna be a big day. Big day. Taco meat in the cheese.
Yeah, it's the way to go. I mean, since you got the taco meat, right?
I mean, you got taco meat. I mean, you got to use it.
Exactly.
I'm just being entertained by watching Mifune reacting to all this fucking color, like just
look, I'm playing
him
this
in the face. It's so funny.
I'm playing this this little quirky little game called Century Ages of Ashes. And you literally play a guy on the back of a dragon, and it's a PvP game where you have to control the dragon and like spit fire at other players and shit.
Dracarius.
And so yes, it is incredibly colorful.
extremely bright in certain.
Do they
scenarios.
do they like turn into like little ashes and like trickle down away?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
And to me, that experience is a better experience than just a regular, like, you know, a regular dinosaur game, because like you have wings and fire.
See, it's like Star Wars Squadrons, except instead of spaceships in space, you're literally fighting in Game of Thrones dragons.
Is
nice little indie game
nice
to kill time. I play it when I want to kill time, when my ADHD is like, I got to do like something.
You know, all you need is a little, you know, a bull riding, you know, thing like from the Western bars, country Western bars. You know, and play the game and be on the bull.
That would be
either
the
that or
force
just use
feedback
a
version
whole
of it.
lot of alcohol. That'll help you kill time.
Be an interesting force. There'd be an interesting sort of thing to hook up to that game for sure. It would definitely add a next level of
that's what they use
immersiveness
for the special effects in Game of Thrones here, the House of the Dragon or whatever it is. They use
like Mifuna. Could you imagine that game as a VR game and then like be on one of those Bronco ball things?
I played Star Wars Squadron in VR, and it was actually a lot of fun. So yes, I would kill to have more dogfighting games in VR.
Yeah, but like, imagine that you're also on one of those Bronco ball things, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like,
no, that
like
would be pretty fun.
Especially if it was attached and actually moved, kind of like similar to what your dragon was doing.
Yeah,
it'd be pretty awesome. I think that'd be pretty good, actually. I think in terms of like an experience, that'd be pretty fucking awesome. I wonder whether there's anybody at CCP kind of going, actually, that's a pretty fucking great idea.
No, because you thought of it.
Yeah,
that's true. They'd be like, well, you know, it was brought up as a good idea in Push to Talk, so we have to
not even
out
Push to
straight
Talk.
away.
No, sorry guys, a player thought of it. We can't do that.
Yeah, player thought of it, can't
that's
do
a
it.
good point. Yeah, player thought about it. We can't do it. Like,
hey,
we have to have original thoughts.
They say they'll pay for Alliance skins, but we're going to make them all log in so we can jack up our numbers so that they can all get Alliance skins by participating in this event over a 2-week time period. So our numbers look phenomenal in the fourth quarter.
Well, the investor call is November 8th, so if it starts on the 1st, we'll know what's up.
Yep, we will. Numbers in the last couple weeks have been amazing. We're really making a comeback. We're going to make billions this year. Billions. Or billions. Billions.
In that kind of scenario, that does make me think that, like, in actual fact, CCP do have a bit of a head for understanding numbers and what looks good, what looks bad. And so...
Well, you got to understand corporate scenarios. Speak, right? So in the public, when they're talking to players and they're talking about everything, no, everything's great. Those numbers are fantastic. You're misreading them, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter what reality is, right? That's corporate speak, right?
Reality is whatever you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you decide as a corporate entity.
That's your truth. That's the made-up shit.
Okay.
Reality is reality. Numbers are real, right? And it's lies, damn lies, and statistics. So when you're running the analytics and take the stats out of it, right, it's how you represent those statistics to people who may or may not fully understand what you're saying, that you may or may not get away with something, right? So, hey, saying average player numbers are X when you've run a giant thing to get, all your players to log in a shorter period of time, and that skews the numbers over the longer time, right? So that's the question, right? And we know CCP has misread their statistics and analytics often.
Well, they kind of like they play internal politics externally as well. It's
as do all corporations.
If the numbers don't look good, then don't worry. I'll go find somebody. I'll go get a different expert to read the numbers differently to make it look good.
Right. Right.
If, if the numbers don't look good, just wait. I'll get an expert that shows you that the numbers do look good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like the the numbers are going down and to the right, but when it should be going up and to the right. Well, if you take it and then you just turn it 90 degrees, there you go. It's going up and to the right.
I could 100% envision Helmar being doing the whole Office bit where they're like, yeah, well, if you flip the graph upside down, it makes a smiley face.
Yeah. Turn that frown upside down.
It's sad that we've come to this point.
Oh no, it is.
So yeah.
No, I don't really think it is anymore.
No, not one.
It just is.
It was sad at one point. It was sad.
It's kind of liberating.
It's liberating.
Everyone's going through that, what is it? The stages of
12 stages of
what is
grief.
it called? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Or is it 12 stages?
It's like at some point you'll get to acceptance.
It's come to the point where watching two tortoises eat a pumpkin is more exhilarating than playing EVE Online. Somebody's got to click.
Hey now, don't put down the tortoises.
I'm loving the tortoises. It's fun. But hedgehogs, though. Hedgehogs are awesome.
Hedgehogs are super cute.
That's fair.
I am actually...
Strangely enough,
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, strangely enough, certain bats are actually pretty cute.
I love the vampire bats. They're my favorite. You know what we started watching again, too, is True Blood. So bad.
True Blood, Jesus.
True Blood is an amazing show to watch as a drinking game.
Is it? What do you
as
drink
a drinking game?
Oh, I didn't.
Okay, so anytime Eric shows up and looks amazing, take a drink. Anytime Pam is snarky, that's right. It's a drinking game. That's the point. Anytime Pam is snarky, take a drink. Anytime Vampire Bill forbids Suki from doing something, take a drink.
I forbid you, Suki.
Suki, I forbid
you. Get drunk very quickly on that.
You're like, how do I make it through an episode?
Anytime Lafayette is the best thing in the episode, take a goddamn drink.
That's like every fucking episode.
That's right.
It's called a drinking game. It's not called a not drinking game.
It was in the
point
first.
Is to drink.
It's the first couple episodes, right? And what's the brother's name?
Jason.
Jason's over there, Lafayette, and he's buying some, V blood, right? And he's like, dude, 1 or 2 drops, right?
Oh my God, right? That one, Jesus Christ!
And then he's in the cop car and swings it all, right?
Anytime Jason does something stupid, take a drink.
Take a drink. That's it. I mean, if you had that one rule, you'd be blotto. I mean, it's just Are we
just
5 minutes in?
Between that set of rules, you never see the end of an episode.
Him being stupid, you might as well just wheel in the IV and just fucking get it set up.
We had what was it? I went on a fleet last weekend with War Eagle Fleet, and they do a weekly corp drunk roam, and oh my God, it is so fucking hilarious. So it's if the FC says take the swarp and jump on contact, you have to take a swig. If somebody says something stupid, like if someone does something lemming shit, you take a swig. If you die, you have to finish your drink. If you kill something, you have to finish your drink. It's
do you have
just
to take
so
a drink?
great.
Do you have to take a drink every single time somebody warps off when the FC has just said aligned?
Yeah,
just a line.
Yeah,
and then you see people warp off. You're like, oh, that's a drink.
Yeah,
oh, that's another drink. Oh, that's another drink.
Dude, it's great. We're all absolutely hammered by the end of it.
I can see that being a pretty effective.
Dude,
drinking game, for a drunk room.
We might do that tonight. Now, what are we drinking? Are we doing shots for the True Blood, or is it drinks of beer? What are we doing?
Well, it depends on what you've got. If you've got a beer, you drink your beer. If you've got a shot, you take a shot. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's downing an entire beer, but yeah.
Anytime Jason needs to have his penis drained.
Twice.
Finish your bottle.
Twice in one episode. Who was the girl who took him to do that?
Tara. Anytime Jason does something stupid, Tara's the one who's got to pick up the pieces.
I know.
Well trained in disaster recovery at this point.
Oh, yeah. Tara, you have to come with me. That doctor in that scene was funny too. Something like normally we'd like ice it down and give you some drugs or something, but in your case, we've got to drain it. Aren't you going to give me anything for the pain, Doc? No. Oh my God, that was funny. What else are we going to talk about today? We're down to we're down to 7 minutes, guys.
We're down to final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's do that. Let's do that. Because I had to go work on some phones. So let's start with who should we start? Let's start with Dawn because she's in Vegas.
I hope everyone has a good week. I'm getting lunch because I'm starving. And if you're in Vegas, I hope you're having a good time.
We're going to lunch.
Just PF Chang's.
PF Chang's? Really?
Yeah, I like Chinese food. Back off, bitch.
You can go to PF Chang's anywhere.
Yeah, but I don't.
All right.
I usually only get to go once a year, so it's a treat for me.
PF Chang's Vegas. I've been there. Been to that PF Chang's. Sit at one of the tables where you can see the pool.
Why did you go to PF Chang's in Vegas when you were in Vegas? Like, what the hell, man?
I did. I actually did. I went to the PF
And he just said he's been there.
I said,
yeah, he's been there. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you're going on about you're going on to Dawn about going to PF Chang's when you're in Vegas.
I know,
and you've done the same thing. Like,
do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yes, fair enough.
I told her to go to Egg Slut earlier. That's just awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, even I've heard of Egg Slut.
All right. So that's Dawn, Mifune. How about you? Since are you burning anybody? Did you burn Rhaenyra?
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
Rhaenyra?
No.
Probably season 2 spoiler.
Yeah, but as for my final thought, I hope Vegas is great. I really wish I could have gone this year, but work has prevented that from me, so I couldn't make it. But I really hope that there is any Vegas next year that I can go to.
Alrighty. McLeod.
I just want to I want to give a shout out, actually. I want to shout out to Divine. He regularly watches this show, but I wasn't able to watch it live as such, so he's going to be catching the VOD, and he asked me last night if we could get a shout out. So yeah,
that's awesome.
There you go.
Shout out to Divine. Thanks for watching. How about Arendis?
Anytime the Vampire Hillmar forbids CCP from doing something smart, take a drink.
I'm gonna give that a golf clap. That's phenomenal. Great. That was great. I'm gonna say my final thought. I'm just gonna say it's time to get a little bit of a haircut. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I think you got some dead ends on the bottom there. Just at least get a trim, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Dawn.
He's definitely got that kind of rocker vibe going on.
Dude, you can't grow it out if you're not taking care of the ends, man.
Yeah,
don't do that.
No, it's not just that. I mean, I did take a shower right before show, and I just did not have time to brush my hair to get my camera ready and everything. So
are you dyeing the bottom or bleaching the bottom? What's going on there? It looks like got two tones.
No, that's just my hair going blonde from the sunlight exposure. It happens to me all the time.
Sun bleaching.
Yep.
It's a thing.
All right, just asking, because we haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I thought about dyeing my hair.
Scruff is good. Scruff's good. All right, everybody. I'm going to leave you with, please, for the trick-or-treaters, the love of God, do not hand out the new Dole mini salad fun size.
Salad.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
And fingers crossed you don't find you don't find a copy of Final Fantasy 14 in your kids.
Candy bars. Yeah. Give out real whole solid candy bars. I mean, dentists need work too, and things like that.
Just a programming announcement for INN. Because of Vegas, there isn't going to be a meta show tonight. So
so we're your reserve Wendy place kick.
Sorry about that. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news in that regard, but yeah, Vegas is Vegas, I guess.
I think this might have been like one show where nobody asked that. Is there a meta show today?
Yeah. Maybe they all know. Maybe there was absolutely no need for me to do a scheduling announcement of any form.
No, absolutely. Good show there. All right. So yes, we want to thank everybody for watching today. We will be let's see, what is next week?
Next week is after Halloween week, I think.
No,
not quite.
Halloween.
Not quite
next
Halloween,
week is right before.
Right before Halloween week.
Yeah, our locality does Halloween on Halloween Day every time. So I'll be here next Saturday. We'll be here. Maybe we'll dress up in costumes. Maybe not. Also, don't forget when you're handing out candy to the trick-or-treaters, please keep a potato around just in case Charlie Brown shows up.
And remember, Dawn is getting the drinking package, not the unlimited internet minutes package. So when she shows up next week from the ship, she is paying extra for it.
That's right. And she'll be drunk, which is like the greatest.
Yeah.
Right? All right.
That's fair enough.
What is it? Flea Block, you're tired. We're tired too. We are out of here. We'll see you same time, same bad channel, that time. Later, folks. Everybody say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.